when we spoke previously, right, you spoke about the use of psychedelics with depression and breaking the loop. So question I have for you is, how can the guided use of psychedelics support people living with depression, especially in breaking free from the loops of thought that keep them stuck in that emotional state?
I'm going to talk about this from my personal perspective, and kind of like a little bit of a story. When I experienced postpartum depression, a form of postpartum depression, which is called baby blues. If you don't know what baby blues is, it's an experience of a mother experiencing disassociation from her child right after the baby is born. This experience is something that it's a heartache for a mama to look at the baby that she just birthed and feel confusion, you know? And this is something that I personally experienced. What helped support me out of that was microdosing. And it was in conjunction with other things. It was in conjunction with yoga. I was also doing some chanting at that time. And I think just the combination of that plus some sound healing and then community, it kind of all brought it full circle. But microdosing is a powerful gift. What is a microdose? A microdose is anything under 0.5 milligrams. It is a very small dosage of psilocybin. It's nothing too heavy on the system. It's nothing too taxing on your energy. So if you are a mom, this would be really good for you. But again, like, this is not something that you have to do. It is just one of the tools. A little bit of the science, it expands those neurological synapses in the brain, and that's what keeps us utilizing those same thoughts and those same behavioral patterns. And oftentimes when we see somebody that has depression, they'll say the same lines over and over again. They'll say things like, well, I don't really know, or I don't think I could do that, or no, I'm good. That's not for me. Or, those kind of lines, those are just a sign that your neurological pathways are utilizing the same circuits over and over again. And they've become fixed in a way where they have trouble branching out and creating new ideas and being creative. So what microdosing does is it subtly just starts to expand those branches and helps us to think differently. And it can be very helpful. It can be very, very helpful, especially in that postpartum sector of life.
Yeah, I never heard about that mental loop in regards to depression, but it makes sense though, right? So don't get too sciencey on this, right? But break down, like, how does it break the loop?
From what I know, it's just a process of just expanding the neurons. Like, when you take the medicine, that's literally directly what it does. And I think the best way for people to understand this is if you know anything about mycelium, which is it's basically the mushrooms in it's in a different form. It's not in the form of an actual mushroom. It's in the form of the fungus that is underneath the ground. You can see how mycelium spreads and connects with each other. It's very similar to like your nervous system and how it connects. It has these branches and these basically these fingertips that communicate and send these neurological signals or synapses to each other. Trees have it, mycelium has it, and everybody is kind of using this same form of connection with each other. And so from what I know about that is just it mimics nature in that way and kind of does the same exact process that we already know.